Hey everybody, it's me, Matt. How are you guys doing? If you guys don't really care about my website, I totally understand, but this video is going to be about that. So if you're not really interested, I'm fine. Go ahead and listen to some music, and I'll try to come up with stuff a little bit more entertaining in the future. But as some of you may have noticed, if you guys have been on my website for a little while, my site has undergone a drastic change in the last month, and so I wanted to go over the thought process of why I did such a thing, and also kind of get your feedback and also detail some of the things that I want to do with the site in the future. The site is going to stay as it is for the most part. Its look is not going to change too drastic from now on, but I might add things here and there. I might tweak the letter alignments here if I want to make things a little bit more pretty. So I basically wanted to start out and say thank you for visiting the site if you guys have actually visited it and noticed the change. So anyways, this is TeknoAXE.com, the homepage, and as you can plainly see, some things have been added to it. The look has changed. This is the familiar latest video and the latest download. You basically download my music by hitting the download of the specific download page and also the home page here. But above here, I basically wanted to have a little bit more of an introduction to people who don't come through my link pages. There are a lot of people that come through my homepage, and so I wanted to provide an explanation of what my website was about. Have a little bit of an advertisement for my master list. So I'll go into that a little bit, but a lot of you guys know about that. And also this is kind of redundant because obviously we have the latest video here, but this goes to the link page of the latest video and the latest music that I released on YouTube and my website. So you've got that. Down here, you've kind of got a summary of the navigation of my site. And so the new way that my music sections work, there's still the major sections here. The techno is changed. The names have changed, but they're basically techno, rock, orchestra, and then miscellaneous. And then you've got the subgenres here and everything like that. The only difference is uh, this is obviously the major division of one of my music pages here. It works exactly the same, even though it kind of looks a little prettier. Um, but it doesn't seem to matter because, like, once I've basically listed down the subgenres, a lot of you guys just skipped straight to the actual genre that you wanted to go, and that's kind of what I predicted, and that's completely fine. That's I wanted to make things a little bit easier so you guys have kind of like a little bit of of a reason to stay on my site instead of having to slog through a whole bunch of like navigation uh, uh, links that you don't want to go through. So, and the other thing that I changed here is this is the genre page. This is where basically I list all the titles in a specific genre. And as you can see, previously on all previous iterations, this was completely different. It was basically a two-column navigation that went all the way down the page that listed all the tracks that I had. Instead, what I've got here is basically a horizontal slider. And I feel like this is a much more elegant solution to the problem of going through all my tracks here. It works for both PC users and also mobile users at the same time, and especially for mobile users because you can actually swipe this horizontal bar and basically navigate through all this stuff. Um, and of course, when you want to go to a track, you click on one of the links here, and you go to one of my link pages. And this is the uh, link code 4 version, but basically the link code 2 and 3 versions are exactly the same. Those are the ones that you basically land on when you click on a link from YouTube. You land on 2 or 3. Um, and basically you've got the video player here. It's the video player that has showcases the music, Once again, you hit the download button to download the music that you want. You've got the license information here, detailing that it's covered under Creative Commons Attribution 4.0 International License. You click on the, okay, so this is one of the better things about this iteration as opposed to the last iteration. The last iteration, this button right here basically triggered a hidden panel, which basically popped out the license creation form. Instead, you click the button and you get this. It's basically it's a jQuery reveal here, where you reveal the license permission form, and you fill out your information, and you basically create the document that you submit to YouTube should they require more information or proof that you have permission to use my music and everything like that. So, in order to get rid of that, you just basically click off the panel, and it's just as simple. I think it looks a lot more pretty and professional and magical and stuff like that. Um, uh, Once again, I have changed the way the related videos. It's kind of in a similar way of the genre code pages, where in two iterations ago on this website, I basically had the related videos here on the side, and you can navigate them through in kind of like the same way that you had the playlist off of YouTube. You basically have this Rolodex looking thing here, and you basically could like navigate through there. The only reason why I wanted to get rid of that is because it was a lot harder for mobile users to use. But the way I tried to tackle that is I got a JavaScript button to basically reveal a panel or replace the video with like the related videos. And it's not necessarily a great design choice. It felt cheap and it didn't really operate the way that you would expect it to. So once again, instead, I've replaced everything with this horizontal, basically a slider here, that is both easier to operate if you've got a PC or if you've got a mobile platform. So hopefully that works. I'm coming up with a more mobile version of the site in the future, but for now, I feel like this is a lot better than what I had previously since October. You've got the comment section here. This is called the butt bar. In my coding, I do the PHP coding on this website. But basically, this is kind of like a different take on another element that I've had for years on my site, which is basically uh, it's a showcase of people who have posted their videos on my forum. And so once again, this, if you went to my homepage, you basically had that section on a sidebar, but instead of like what I've got right here, down here, you had like basically this boring horizontal tile with just like the title, the author, and the date and stuff like that. But instead, I've got these boxes, and I feel like these are a lot better. I was basically able to extract any kind of YouTube video link that these guys posted and post the thumbnail of each video. This kind of that cracks me up all the time when I see this. It's, what are these guys doing? They look so excited, scared. I guess they like Mustangs or something like that. But anyways, a lot. In order for the video to display right on one of these forum pages, you had to go through BB code, and it wasn't necessarily the most intuitive thing. And the BB code actually rejected the secure links, you know, the HTTPS stuff. And so a lot of this stuff would have been blank, but I figured out a way to extract any sort of link out and basically display the thumbnails here. And if you go to their YouTube or video display page, it also extracts out the information, so you get a regular size, a large video panel that you can actually display the video on, like such, you know. So I'm not going to play that video. That's basically Life on Our Axis, PlanetSide funny montage. I don't know anything about PlanetSide, but I heard it's a really good game. So anyways, let's go back into the homepage really quick. Um, Underneath the latest music bar, this is kind of like the related music bar, only instead of a genre or related music video, you get the latest tracks, the latest 20 tracks that I've done at any point of time. And once again, this is basically a different take on something that I had for years and years and years. But instead of it being a sidebar right here, you've basically it had like maybe like 4 videos, but this with this slider, you basically get 20 videos. So that's pretty cool. And then of course, you get my discuss comment section. Um, the homepage has almost all the comments, but I love it when you guys comment on my website, and it's really cool to interact with you guys using this plugin right here. I've had a lot of fun with it and everything like that, and I really appreciate when you comment on this. So, anyways, that's the homepage. So once now that I've got that done, I think the major change on my website is basically the navigation bar, and this is the navigation bar, and you'll see that it changed quite a bit. Before it was like a hover-based nav bar that was kind of horizontal, but it didn't have anything on it. And if you clicked on these guys, it basically brought you to different sections of my website. And I've decided to get rid of the links right here. And the reason is that this kind of operation is not really good for touchscreen operation. And also it's kind of stressful when you actually have to like think about these as links instead of like buttons for like different sections of this navigation bar. So anyways, this is basically a mirror image of this, but you get this every time on each page of my website instead of just the home page, so it's easier for you guys to remember. Um, you get the news and updates. Basically, it's these are similar things to what you saw with the videos display pages, only like with this, I basically post all like the website news stuff right here, and as you can see, once again with the home pages that I've had previously, the news for the website was basically displayed in a boring panel that had no color at all and basically had the title, the author, and the date here and everything like that. But now we've got these little neat boxes, and you've got the title, the author here. You've got a little section right here, and then you've got my form icon, the avatar for my form. Yes, I posted that, and I decided, and it's not just for me too. If you go back into the community section here, this is where a lot of the forum posts of other people are, and we go to the Viper Lounge here. We get a post from Morphe Boy. He posted all the way back in. This is, I mean, people don't post in the Viper Lounge a lot, and so you've got these people from way back in the day in 2013. But this is Morphe Boy. He uploaded his avatar, and his avatar actually shows up in the link as well. So this is basically kind of a news display for like different sections of the forum, and I use that to basically form like news sections of the site and stuff like that. One of the things that I should mention on this menu is the Patreon page. Um, Once again, I had this section that kind of went through the promise. On my Patreon account, I basically promised you guys that if you donated to me through Patreon, that you would get your own, basically, you would get your own um, real estate on the site. You would get your own post, and I would thank you. And while I did that, once again, the panel was kind of boring, and like because I was coding it directly, it was kind of hard to keep it up to date when I was doing other things. But what this does is it utilizes the Patreon API, and it constructs like these different links for my Patreon guys here, and you get their name on the profile, you get their picture, you get their about section if they've got it filled out. You can also click on these panels and it'll bring you to the Patreon profile page of the individual that donated to me. So I think this is really neat. And maybe in the future I'll make it a little bit more prettier, and not just a gray box, which I mean, it looks better, but I might add a little things here and there to make it a little bit more pretty. And let's see, that's we've got a WordPress site here. This is my WordPress site. It's been the same since 2014, but this is where I post like random thoughts and maybe some tutorials that are basically written. I don't know if you guys log through this. I have a tendency to babble a lot when I write. I don't know if I'm a good writer or not, but I write anyway because that's what I do. In any case, where I'm at right now, go back into the updates. Live events. Here we go. Okay, so I'm bringing back my Twitch page, and once again, this is a concept from way back in 2013, where I put in a Twitch page for, directly on my website. I still have the same plugins and the same API. One of the things that I've been trying to do is implement a thing where my website detects whether or not I'm actually broadcasting on Twitch, and if I am, it'll put like a bar on the top that says, "Hey, TeknoAXE is broadcasting on Twitch. Do you want to go watch him? You can like watch him here on this page." And for a while that works, but then after a while, the API or the Twitch site actually rejects my website, and then it causes all sorts of like errors on my website. I don't know what's going. I think they think that I'm actually hacking them when I'm really not. It's just like anytime a user actually clicks on a page, that one operation goes down and checks to see if I'm actually broadcasting. And for some reason, Twitch just doesn't like that, even though they set up the API to do exactly that. So, in any case, in the future, I might try and fix that. I sent a message out to Twitch to see if I could actually see what's going on before I actually tried to implement that again. But for now, you've got my Twitch video player here and also the chat room as well. And okay, so let's go back into, you've got the master list here, which is pretty self-explanatory. If you want to buy everything in bulk, you get these guys right here. And this is a nice little JavaScript cycle through all the stuff that I've got here. And then what else? What else is there? Uh, you've got basically got all of my stores where I'm at and everything like that. Um, and then one of the other things that I want to kind of detail is I do have, thankfully, because of the way I adapted this video page, display page, I've got basically an opportunity to better display and better categorize like different arts. I've been coming up with Inkscape vector arts. So if you wanted to like check out what I was doing here, basically that's my art page, which is basically in the resources section, TeknoAXE art. And then I plan on doing a lot more tab and sheet if you guys want to do that. And everything, all the videos that I've been listing under synth patches, where I teach you guys how to do massive and recent patches, are listed under here as well. And then, of course, with this site, I've had my remix files listed. This is basically Beat Time Grime, Pathway to the Moon, and I'm Everywhere. I might actually do some other stuff in the future. But when you go into here, the I Am Everywhere stems are listed here, and basically you can download them off of these links right here. This is something that I've offered for a while now, and I added I'm Everywhere last, I think it was in November, but it might have been December. I'm not exactly sure. One more thing to go about doing. This is basically the streaming playlist here, and it's kind of a mix between new school and old school right now. It's got basically valid playlists, but I want something a little bit more. I'm trying to use the API of the Spotify website as well to basically provide a more up-to-date version of this. And I want to include more sites as well. My music is actually on more streaming services than just Spotify, Apple Music, and G Play come to mind, and everything like that. So, anyways, with that out of the way, I wanted to kind of kind of draw back and ask for you guys' feedback. And I'm going to go over the goals of kind of what I want to do in the future. This is what I posted about 2 weeks ago. Um, this Patreon page is already done. You guys actually saw it. I might make it a little bit more pretty, but essentially the basic operation is done. Um, I've also kind of detailed the Twitch radio function, but also I wanted to basically try and add in a 24-hour stream that basically streams nothing but my music if you wanted to listen to my music that way. Um, so that leaves us with the integrated forms. So basically, YouTube or this site, basically the user interaction operates through a form, and this is the form right here. I had somewhat of a modification to this, but it kind of got messed up. But in the future, what I want to do is kind of bypass this page altogether and basically provide a shell over it that looks like this, that actually operates like this. So you don't even have to go to here and deal with all this. Instead, you basically register on this site, and then you do your posts and respond to people using this site instead. And I feel like that would be a lot better. It would be a lot more of a cohesive experience on my site, and it would add to the community functions a whole lot more. So we have that. Integrated forms, okay, I already did that. A search engine. This is something else that I've been trying to add for quite a while. And the problem is that, and let me show you this. This is how basically I deal with the database of my music right here. It's a comma separated values spreadsheet basically, where in order to add a song, I basically go into here, I add a row here, and I insert all of my information with this right here. And it works, and it basically, the entire music catalog is dealt with through this spreadsheet right here. And the problems with it, there are three basic problems with this basic operation. And they're basically, number one, it's hard to come up with a way to notify people through email if they wanted to, if I'm basically updating everything through a spreadsheet, because it's not really an update. Basically what I do is update that, and I come into my FileZilla here, and I replace the previous version of the music titles CSV with the newer version, and then the website basically just reads the newer version. Um, so you can't really notify people like in a kind of like succinct manner, in a quick manner, that people your favorite genres of music, for instance, have been updated. Um, the other disadvantage is that when you're replacing the file, there's like a split-second moment where there's absolutely nothing on the site because the website can't access the CSV file while I'm updating it, while I'm replacing it with like the newer version. So instead, I want to basically construct a MySQL database with the same fields, maybe added in for like additional links here and there. But I believe that the MySQL will be a lot quicker, a lot cleaner, and it will allow me to like add kind of like subscription emails that can be like emailed out to you guys. And one of the reasons why I want to do that, of course, is because the genre spread of my music is so great that I believe a lot of you guys, you want to focus your your genres into like things that you like, and that's understandable. And one of the ways that you can do that is to basically subscribe to some, like, say if you want to subscribe to just dubstep, like I would add like basically an option if you're signed in through the forums to subscribe to dubstep, and when I add in a new dubstep track, I would email you guys saying, hey, TeknoAXE has basically submitted a new dubstep track to the TeknoAXE website. Go check it out with this link right here. And so instead of dealing with like everything, you you can deal with the things that you like, basically, you know. Um, and finally, song identification. And basically, um, I through my TuneCore service, I do have most of my music under Shazam, but I want to actually have my website do the same thing. And I think that would be a lot more useful for my users to have like a Shazam link here and also a search engine link as well. But the Shazam link or song identification, because Shazam is obviously copyright or trademarked, the music identification link would bring you to a page where you would play the song if you can't identify it, and the website would attempt to identify the song and then bring you to the link page of the song that it has identified for you. So those are the goals that I want. So that's the overview of my site, and I hope you guys found this a little bit interesting. But if you guys have any sort of feedback, please let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys in a little bit with more music. Have a great night. Thanks. Bye.